Hi, friends. Welcome back to English with Moon. Or, if this is your first time here, welcome home. This is a quiet place, a place where you can slow down, where you can let your English grow, gently, without pressure. And tonight, I want to ask you something I think about a lot. Have you ever looked at someone else's life and felt something strange in your chest? Not quite sadness, not quite jealousy, but something quieter than that. Something that whispers, "Why are they so far ahead? And I am still here." Maybe you saw it on social media. A friend got a promotion. Someone you went to school with just bought a house. A person your age is getting married, having children, building something. And you are sitting in the same place you were last year. And that voice inside you says, "I am behind." If you know that feeling, this episode is for you. Tonight, we are going to sit with that feeling together. We are going to look at it slowly, and we are going to find something underneath it that I think will surprise you. Take a breath with me now. Let your shoulders drop. You are safe here. And let's begin. I want you to think about the moon, just the moon. Have you ever watched it rise? It doesn't hurry. It doesn't check what time it is. It doesn't look at the sun and say, "I should already be higher. I am falling behind." The moon simply rises at its own pace, on its own path, quietly, faithfully, beautifully, exactly when it is meant to. And no one looks at the moon and says, "You're too slow." No one says, "The moon from last week was better." We just look up and we feel something. Because you and I, we live in a world that moves very fast. A world that shows us other people's highlight reels every single day. We see the promotion, but not the 10 years of failure before it. We see the wedding, but not the years of loneliness that came first. We see the new house, the vacation, the smiling photo, but we never see what happened behind the camera. We only see the moment of arrival, and we compare that moment of arrival to where we are right now. That is not a fair comparison, but our hearts don't always know that. And so we feel it, that quiet, heavy feeling, that whisper that says, "I am behind." But here is the thing. That feeling is not the truth. That feeling is a story your mind is telling you. And I want to help you find a different story. So let me tell you a small story. Are you ready? 2 seeds were planted on the same day, in the same field, in the same dark, quiet earth. The first seed pushed through the ground very quickly. Within a week, it was already a tiny green shoot. People walking past would stop and say, "Oh, look at that. What a strong little plant." The second seed sat quietly in the dark. A week passed. Nothing. 2 weeks. Still nothing. A month went by. And someone walked past and said, "I think that seed is dead." Nothing is happening. But something was happening. Something very important. Deep underground, where no one could see. The second seed was growing roots. Long roots, wide roots. Roots that reached down into the earth further than anyone knew. When the second plant finally appeared above the ground, it did not shake in the wind. It did not bend at the first storm. It stood quietly, firmly, rooted in something the first plant had never taken the time to build. And here is what I want you to hear. Sometimes the seasons of your life where nothing seems to be happening are the seasons when your roots are growing the deepest. The years that looked empty from the outside were the years you were becoming someone the world hasn't seen yet. You are not behind. You are underground, building something no one can see, but it is real and it is growing. Now, I want to ask you something else. Who decided the timeline? Who decided that by age 25, you should have a stable career? Who decided that by 30, you should be in a serious relationship? Who decided that by 35, you should own a home? Who decided that? Someone did, but that someone was not you. These timelines, these invisible maps, they were made by other people, by culture, by tradition, by a world that looked very different from the one we live in today. And somewhere along the way, we absorbed them, without questioning them, without asking whether they fit our lives. We just picked up the map and started running. But here is the thing. If you are trying to travel north, and someone gives you a map to the east, you will feel lost the entire time. Every step will feel wrong. Every turn will feel like a mistake. Not because you are going the wrong way, but because you are using the wrong map. The discomfort you feel right now, the ache, the shame, the sense that you are behind, it may not be telling you that you are failing. It may be telling you something much more important. It may be telling you that you have been following a map that was never drawn for your life. And that is not a failure. That is the beginning of something. Not why am I so far behind, but where do I actually want to go? There is a quiet kind of poison in comparison. It feels harmless at first. A quick look at someone's photo, a question from a parent at dinner, a news article about a young person's success. Small things. But slowly, very slowly, they change the way you see yourself. You stop asking, "What do I want for my life?" And you start asking, "Why don't I have what they have?" You stop walking your own path, and you start walking sideways, always looking left, always looking right, measuring yourself against people who are living completely different lives. A psychologist named Leon Festinger studied this in the 1950s. He called it social comparison theory. And what he found was this: when we compare ourselves to people we think are above us, our self-esteem falls, our motivation drops, we feel smaller, we feel slower, we feel like we are losing a race we never agreed to run. But here is what else he found. When we compare ourselves to our own past self, to who we were 1 year ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, something different happens. We grow. We see the distance we have already traveled. We see the things we have already survived. The only comparison that truly helps you is the one you make with yourself. I want to tell you about someone. Her name was Vera. She was a writer. And for most of her life, she felt behind. She watched other writers publish their first books in their 20s. She watched them win awards, give talks, become known. And she sat quietly in her small apartment and kept writing. Year after year, draft after draft, without recognition, without an audience. At 67 years old, Vera published her first novel. It was not a bestseller, but it was hers. Every word of it was hers. And when someone asked her in an interview, "Do you regret waiting so long?" she smiled and she said, "I didn't wait. I was getting ready." We celebrate stories like hers when they belong to other people. We say, "That's beautiful. It's never too late." But then we turn the mirror on ourselves, and suddenly, the grace we give so freely to others completely disappears. We are patient with other people. We are gentle with other people. We give other people time and space and understanding. But when it is us, when it is our own life, our own pace, our own still unfinished story, we become the harshest judge in the room. So I want to ask you something, and I want you to sit with it. If a close friend came to you tonight, someone you love deeply, and they said, "I feel so behind. I feel like I'm failing," what would you say to them? You would not say, "Yes, you are. You're too slow." You would say something kind, something true, something that reminded them of how far they had already come. Can you do that for yourself tonight? Your pace is not a failure. Your pace is yours. And choosing to live at your own pace, refusing to run a race you never signed up for, that is not weakness. That is one of the quietest, bravest things a person can do. We are getting close to the end of our time together tonight. And before we go, I want to leave you with 3 small things. Just 3 things to carry with you. The first thing, growth that is invisible is still growth. The seasons when nothing seems to be happening, the years of learning, of struggling, of sitting quietly in the dark, those seasons are not empty. They are the years when your roots grow deepest. The things you built in private, in silence, in pain, those things become the foundation that no one else can shake. Do not discount the invisible seasons. They are where your strength is made. The second thing, you are allowed to want different things. You do not have to want what the world tells you to want. You do not have to want it on the schedule the world gives you. Your desires are real. Your timing is real. Your life is real. And none of it needs to match someone else's. The third thing, the moon does not apologize for rising slowly. It rises when it rises. It is full when it is full. And it is beautiful always, in every single phase. You are in a phase right now, not behind it, not past it, in it. And every phase has its own quiet beauty, if we are willing to look. And now, I want to do something a little different. I want to write you a letter. This is for you, the one who is listening tonight, the one who is tired. Not the kind of tired that comes from one bad night of sleep, the deeper kind, the kind that comes from years of measuring yourself against a world that was never built to your scale. So, dear friend, I see you. I know you have been carrying something heavy, the weight of expectations that were never yours to carry, the weight of timelines drawn by people who did not know your story, the weight of a single word behind, as if life were a race with a finish line, instead of a journey with a horizon. I want to tell you something, and I need you to really hear it. You are not behind. You are on your own path, walking at your own pace, learning what only you can learn in the way that only you can learn it. The detours you took, they were not mistakes. They were the road. The pauses, the stops, the moments of standing still and not knowing which way to go, those were not failures. Those were the making of you. Every hard season left something in you. Every loss taught you something. Every quiet year gave you a depth that fast years never could. And you are still here, still listening, still hoping, still moving, even if only slowly, even if only a little. That is enough. You are enough, and you are not behind. You are exactly where your life has brought you. And from here, from exactly this place, exactly this moment, exactly this version of you, you can go anywhere with so much care. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for giving yourself this quiet hour. That is not nothing. In a world that moves so fast, choosing to slow down, to sit, to listen, that takes courage. If something in this episode touched your heart, if you recognized yourself somewhere in these words, please share it with someone who might need to hear it too. Someone in your life who is also carrying that quiet weight. And if you are new here, welcome. This is English with Moon, a slow, gentle place to practice your English and maybe find a little peace along the way. come back on Thursday for our next episode. And until then, be kind to yourself, take your time, and remember, you are not behind. You are becoming. Good night, friends.